Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Amaharani Gamzumarimasu Kamurogi Kamuromi no Mikoto Chite Sumemi Oya Kamu Izanagi no Mikoto Tsuguchi no Imuka no Dachi Hanano Odono Ahagi Harani Misogi Harai Tamo Toki ni Narimaseru Harai Dono O Kamitachi Moro Moro no Magagoto Tsumi Kegare O Harai Tamai Kiyome Tamai Toma Osukoto no Yoshio Amatsu Kami Kunitsu Kami Yao Yorozu no Kami Tachi Tomoni Ame no Fuchi Koma no Mimi Urita Tete Kikoshi Meseto Kachikomi Kachikomi Momausu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Oshie ni oyanushi no kami mamori tamae sakihae tamae. Kam nagara damachi hae mate. Kam nagara damachi hae mate. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, and believe your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your grace. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Meishu-sama, please.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Guidance for living in this world. To follow the path God has prepared for us and to obey his divine guidance leads to peace of mind in this world. No need to wonder why things do not always go as the mind desires. It is usually because the mind and heart are not pure and clear. The only way to live happily is the mortal world. In this mortal world, is to live in harmony with the cosmic law of God. When I am faced with a difficult problem that seems to defy a solution, in spite of my best efforts, I turn to God for help and guidance. I release my problem to his wisdom and wait, trusting that the answer will present itself. I can say from experience that even if a prospect looks dark in the beginning, the result is always better than anticipated. I also dream big dreams and pray to God for his help in bringing them to fruition. He blesses me beyond my dreams in his own ways through his wisdom. It is indeed wonderful. Once in a while, I encounter something, the prospect of which is so disheartening, it weighs heavily on my mind. I say to myself, this must be a prelude to something good, a blessing in disguise. Then I wait for God to clarify the problem. Later, I find it turning into a wonderful blessing indeed. What seemed to be an adverse condition proves to have been a necessary purification in order to make the blessing possible. By placing my trust in God, my life has been richly blessed with his miracles. This is what I mean by the joyfulness of faith.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. Thank you also for your continuous prayers towards world peace and victims of natural disasters as well as man-made disasters. This evening, I want to share this faith experience with you. It's from Larissa Torres Darian from Barra da Tijuca, Rio de Janeiro. Larissa is 32 years old and has been a member of our church for 17 years. She had always dreamed of getting married and starting a family. However, in December of 2018, she was diagnosed with endometriosis and a cyst in her left ovary. She suffered from intense menstrual flow and cramps. Despite medical follow-ups, she feared she might not be able to become a mother. She got married in June of 2021 and the following year began trying to conceive. However, her desire was not coming to fruition. Being 30 years old heightened her concerns, leading to deep sadness. She felt unhappy and lacked the strength to go to the church. Alicia's parents, who are also members, seeing her situation, contacted their minister, who called her for a talk. It was advised to take on a weekly dedication and pray for attendees and members going through purification. The following week, she was already dedicated to preparing for the Saturday morning service. She received and channeled Johrei, prayed for those in purification, made offerings, read Meishu-sama's teachings, and channeled Johrei to her husband. As she began our practice of faith, her feelings transformed. Her demeanor became joyful, and she understood the need for patience, as everything would be resolved in due time. After nearly a month, she took a pregnancy test, and it was positive. Finally, what Larissa had longed for had come true. Great joy and gratitude, she offered a special donation of gratitude. She continued engaging in our practice of faith, and the pregnancy proceeded without complications. To their joy, on June 6, 2023, their daughter Liz was born. Currently, Larissa continues to monitor her endometriosis and the cyst. The symptoms of her menstrual period are also more controlled. She realized that when we take care of others and serve the divine work, we elevate ourselves spiritually and are blessed by God. Thank you very much for attending this evening service and for listening to this beautiful faith experience. I wish you all a wonderful evening.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.